Greetings once again, my friends, and welcome back to the Sintendo, wherein I answer the questions that society is afraid to ask. As you can see, the assassins that YouTube has sent against me for blighting their video hosting website service with the products of my grim deeds have failed to neutralize me. However, in a scuffle with one of their warlocks, I did get a bad case of the hiccups, so that may affect my speech in interesting patterns today, we'll see. Last episode I left a question I was answering a little fun surprise until I was almost done with the drawing. But today I'm going a little bit more ambitious and I'm going to be doing multiple drawings. So I think it's fair to let you know what the question I'm going to be answering is beforehand. Plus it's in the title and the thumbnail anyway for marketability, and let me hit you with it. You've read it by now, but I think it'll hit more if you hear it in my voice. Which Pokemon would be the worst to give human hands to? To their great displeasure, I asked this question of my friends, and I received some pretty good answers. And so, today we're going to be exploring that. Let's see just how bad an idea it would be to give these Pokemon human hands. The first, frankly excellent suggestion today from my wonderful friend Hilda, who as of today as of the time of recording is a birthday boy. It is coughing, and I do think that's an excellent idea. Coughing does seem like it will be really bad to give human hands to. I think coughing is a really great design and I love it a lot. It's like it looks a lot like Epic Face, but let's ignore that right now. It's a goofy face stylized germ that expels toxic fumes from its midi pores. That's like really fun. And I'm frankly sorry that I'm going to be doing this to a Pokemon I like a lot. There we go, that's my germ boy. However, an obvious question is, where will the hands go? Where would the hands come from? I think I've got a pretty good answer. I think the conclusion I've come to as a result of this drawing here is coughing would be pretty bad to give human hands to. I don't really have a good frame of reference yet for how bad it would be if coughing had human hands, but I'd say this is how bad would I rate this? Actually, I'd say this is about a 2 out of 5 hands. It is somewhat upsetting, but not especially upsetting. The next good answer came from Hilda again, and it was for Trubbish. But Trubbish is my precious sweet child, and I will not do this to them. Instead, I will go on to the next answer, which was a wonderful one from Goblin. Jigglypuff. While Jigglypuff is also my precious child, it is not as unfairly maligned as Trubbish is, and so I do not feel nearly as bad subjecting them to my grim works. But I do feel somewhat apologetic, and I will find a way to compensate for my sins later. I keep trying to draw the eyes and they keep coming out looking like woeful and in pain, which I understand given what I'm doing, but I don't want the Jigglypuff to be in pain. I don't want any Jigglypuff to be in pain. There they are. There's my precious child. I'm genuinely very sorry for what I'm about to do. I think the point at which I did this to a Jigglypuff marks the point of no return, past which, like, everything I do past here, I've gone too far. I've truly gone too far. This is not something anybody should have ever done, but I cannot back down now. I would actually rate this hand Jigglypuff a 3.5 hands out of 5. It's, even with a more conventional hand position than I went for with Coughing, it's still upsetting to me on an uncanny level, and I don't like it. And it also makes me think about the fact that I've definitely gone too far, stooping so far as to do this to a Jigglypuff, and I don't like to think about the ramifications of my actions like that. Our next answer comes from the legend himself, Chalk, who says Celebi would be a bad Pokemon to give human hands to, and I have to agree. Let's see how bad. I think what I've done to this little onion naiad merits 3 out of 5 hands. Well, this doesn't look all that like unpleasant on its own. This, don't get me wrong, this is bad, but this doesn't look like upsetting to me. But I'm imagining seeing this in real space or like in motion in the video game, and I do not like it. So 3 out of 5 hands. Our next suggestion comes once again from Birthday Boy Hilda, who says, what about Binacle? Binacle is a design I love a lot. I don't often think of it as one of my favorite Pokemon, but I really do enjoy it a lot, and this is a sin. Everything that I'm doing is a sin, but this especially is a sin. You know, I could be writing right now. I should be writing right now. I consider my writing project like my primary focus right now, but instead I am spending my limited time within this day drawing Pokemon with human hands. I'm so sorry to these two. I really am. I'm gonna say 3 hands again. Doesn't look unpleasant on its own, but well, it does look unpleasant. I should stop saying that. This doesn't look like necessarily all that upsetting on its own. It's actually pretty close to what the real thing is. But imagine this moving in, like, imagine this animated in a Pokemon video game. Imagine his hands all wiggly as it sways in the wind. Awful. Our next suggestion comes from Perfect Boy Kale, who says Snom would be a bad Pokemon to give human hands. And I must say I agree, and I'm sorry for desecrating one of my favorite designs like this. 5 hands. 5 hands out of 5. I do not like this. Our final suggestion today comes from Colin, Lord of the Birds, and he says cider. This, I think, definitely warrants a 5 out of 5 hands. Scyther is already a Pokemon that seems possessed of a barely contained, like most Scythers already seem possessed of barely contained rage and natural combat ability. I do not think they will be very pleasant or safe to be around if they were able to wield guns. This has been an enlightening experience, and I did learn and I did manage to have my question answered, and I think some of us here did as well. Thanks for participating in this one, my friends. I'm sure there's going to be a second assassination attempt, but soon Nintendo will see that I simply cannot be silenced. See you in the next one.